My partner fuck with the sucks, and on my partner I might breathe. This Glock 30, hold 30 while throwing 30 while I squeeze. Ain't cuffing please when they're a nigga like what the fuck you niggas think? They don't keep in gang business, they talk to hoes and the police. So what I tell you, if you lost, you can't get back from biting cheese, nigga. Gang.
Need a plug on the work, I can call heck. 40 plus on the gleek, that's a Chris fake. Christian moves on my feet, bitch, that's light work. I watch me put them in the air just how I kite.
Keep it street, but most niggas don't keep it gangster. He go with rap, but not the block, gon' get your rank up. Break it out the bitch and whip the arm and hammer. Be cautious about them niggas, it's round. You niggas be walking cameras on gang.
You niggas tricking on a bitch, I'm getting to the cheese. Yo, bitch, pussy wetter than a 7 C's. 5-inch ARPs, we got 10 of these. Fresh nickel, two-tone with the lemon squeeze. Catch them up in traffic, jacking up on you niggas' cars. Let this smacker play through if you fuck with bars. It's BFG tackle gang, we don't fuck with stars. Turn this block into a range if you fuck with ours. Christian lose on my feet, that was 3K. The bitch is broke on the trick, I'm on deep weight. Now I don't fuck with ghost Glocks, they got a delay. Heavy stepper in the game like it's EA. Need a plug on the work, I can call heck. 40 plus on the gleek, that's a Chris fake. Christian moves on my feet, bitch, that's light work. I watch me put them in the air just how I kite.
Keep it street, but most niggas don't keep it gangster. He go with rap, but not the block, gon' get your rank up. Break it out the bitch and whip the arm and hammer. Be cautious about the niggas, it's round. You niggas be walking cameras on gang.
DJ Beats.
I'm tired of the fake ass love they be giving. Say you ain't the same, but I'm knowing you ain't different. Off a perk right now, I was getting in my feelings. I think people try to hurt me just to see if I'm a feeling. I was trying to feel some things I ain't felt in a little minute. I was giving you my heart, my last came with it. You was shooting for the stars, I was shooting for a million. I was young and I ain't understand, I'm older now I get it. Come my phone, what you doing, bitch, I'm working, I ain't chilling. Say you love me when I'm down, but hate it when I'm winning. I was sober for some years, but I got a junkie in. Family in the chain gang, I ain't seen them in a minute. Black tea, black sheep, I'm the one that you had left eye. Stars in the roof, now I'm headed to the west side. Never fall in love with a bitch, I know she ain't mine. Treat her like the rollie on the wrist, watch her pass time. Used to be in love, but I learned my lesson back then. I just want a hoe who do it better than my last bitch. I'm pouring up the red, Kayla told me I was damn me. Got problems in my head, baby, I come with some bad hits. But got it coming home, I don't wanna see his mama cry. Big boss, I ain't tripping if a nigga gotta die. Tryna get them M's for that pain in his mama eyes. I gotta be headstrong, but deep down it's hurting me inside. I was down bad, had to call the plug back. I know the script, I'm sticking to it like a thumb tape. I cut them off for playing games, how you love that? Shawty got the thuggin' with my heart, I had to thug back. I can press a button on you, bitch, kill a pop off. Wanted to look out to my daddy, he was locked up. Wanna see my cousin one more time, but she boxed off. Graveyard talking to the dead, bitch, I'm chopped off. Started from the bottom, now I'm CEO and business. Granny told me never ever put no trust up in these bitches. When they speaking from mistakes that they ain't made, you gotta listen. I'll be working till the sun comes up, I ain't fit. My brother told me keep that thing on me. I get to myself like what they changed on me, yeah. I'ma pull up on you, gas tank on me. If you love me like you say you do, you gotta show me something I gotta see.
Toast, talk shit, and we swallow spit. You niggas fool. Thought y'all was solid. Ain't that about a bitch drip sauce? Mix the Louis with the off-white. You niggas hoes. Game goofy, nowhere boss like. VV's on my chest, Jubilee on my left wrist, and white and blue. B-22s off my checklist. Ride around with 7.6 tools, bitch, we reckless. 30 plus shots if you reach at this necklace. TVC, blast first gang, bitch, we wreck shit. Currency, watch it stack it up like it's Tetris. White on white whips, and I still got the Lexus. Step foot in front of this AR, that's a death wish. It's funny games, so them hollow tips to this funny bone. We sitting with a long ass face, I guess it's money gone. Drop low on 2 niggas, that shit had me up. Since you niggas pocket, watch you go ahead, add me up. Smack.
We ain't into that. You niggas ain't about a bag. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. That bitch don't fuck it over. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas ain't on the block. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas don't turn no blocks. We ain't into that. It ain't no plan, both sides, that's what the suckers do. I feel the fans been watching close, I gotta stick and move. Glizzy with a drum, thumbing through blue strips when these bitches choosy. They trying to catch me to wet me, that's why I'm sticking moving. Bitch, I'm a thug, got hold of grass, so I can't cease to shooting. 100 to the jeweler, 30 on my wrist freezing. I'm overlapping niggas quick, it ain't no competition. Bitches feeling bitter, cause I'm popping and on that nigga. Let it fall back, and I'ma rob one of these rapping niggas. The shooters off of E, bounce out and get the gas and niggas. Talk about 100, I spent it twice cause the bag right. Do it for my section, trying to get us at some limelight. Killers on level 4 with no parole, that's facing double life. Broke it out, the bitch was in the bricks when I was selling white. Killers on level 4 with no parole, that's facing double life. Broke it out, the bitch was in the bricks when I was selling white. His hands up. We ain't into that. You niggas ain't about a bag. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. That bitch don't fuck it over. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas ain't on the block. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas don't turn no blocks. We ain't into that.
And murdered inside of her own apartment, speaking to just one person, our own Shamari Stone.
Now, the mother of 2 sons was shot and killed in Prince George's County this evening.
Why do people kill other people? Don't love me that much. That's my statement. Don't love me that much. If you love me that much, kill yourself.
Just before 4 p.m. on September 28th, Prince George's County Police were called to an apartment complex in the 200 block of Harry S. Truman Drive for reports of a shooting. Upon entering the 4th floor apartment, they would locate an unresponsive adult female. The victim was identified as 42-year-old Courtney Blackshear, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene after succumbing to multiple gunshot wounds. 42-year-old Courtney Blackshear was a loving and kind woman who was also a single mother to her 2 sons, one in his 20s and the other son under 10 years old. She worked hard as a Metro bus driver to provide for them. Initially, police as well as family friends had zero clue as to who would do something like this to her.
Detectives are investigating who killed Courtney Blackshear and why. Neighbors describe her as a great person who would walk up these stairs after a long, hard day's work and go into her apartment to support her sons. Well, take a look at her door now. You can see evidence markers 1, 2, 3 with the date. This is the date in which she died. And there's also a lock here that this is what police put up on her door, because on the other side of this door, it was a horror. It's a murder scene on the other side. And this is where police gather details and they continue to collect evidence in this murder case. Let's roll some video just to show you all how this all unfolded. Now, Courtney Blackshear was a 43-year-old mother of two sons, one in his 20s, the other son under 10 years old. Her family says she was a kind, loving person, a single mother who worked hard as a Metro bus driver to provide for her sons. But her life came to a tragic end on the 200 block of Harry S. Truman Drive in Upper Marlboro this evening. Police finding her body inside her fourth-floor apartment with gunshot wounds. She died on the scene. Tonight, in an exclusive interview, Courtney's cousin and aunt tell me she was a loving person.
She would give you anything. Anytime I would call her, she would be willing to give anything.
And what's your reaction knowing that this happened?
I'm devastated.
So what's going through your mind right now with all of this? How do you feel?
Why? All I can say is why. Why did it happen? Why did they have to take her life? Why do people kill other people? Don't love me that much. That's my statement. Don't love me that much. If you love me that much, kill yourself.
Now, a neighbor who did not want to go on camera says that Courtney Blackshear did have a, quote, man on in her life. He would not say if it was a boyfriend or an estranged boyfriend. I asked police about that, and all they would say was, Shamari, this case is under investigation. Now, neighbors tell me that Courtney would often be seen with this pink ball. You ask why? Well, she would actually be in the apartment complex, on the grass, playing with her son, who, by the way, is under the age of 10, playing with this ball. And now that young boy is going to have to grow up without a mother. Police want to hear from you. If you know who killed Courtney Blackshear, give them a call. Police have not released the name, a description, a person of interest, or even a motive in this case.
Prince George's County Police will quickly announce the arrest of Courtney's boyfriend, 43-year-old Keefe Jr. He was taken into custody by Seat Pleasant police officers just a couple of hours later after he allegedly threatened two unrelated people with a gun. No one was injured during the incident. Mabin has been charged with first and second-degree murder, assault, and related charges. He is being held without bond at the Department of Corrections. The case remains ongoing.
Oh man, what's going on in Maryland, gang? What's going on in Maryland, gang? Niggas opening fire on shit like I'm with the lady, nigga. Love me enough to leave me the fuck alone, man. Don't love me enough to kill me. Love me enough to kill your motherfucking self. You love me enough to kill your motherfucking self, nigga. What type of shit is that? What type of shit is that? I'm just saying, gang. What type of shit is that? Let me drop the link already. Nah, let me drop the link, man, so y'all can pop out. Shout out to LA from NC. That nigga live right now. Shout out to Gang. Shout out to Duke Pharaoh. He live right now. Shout out to everybody who tampered with Gangland, who fuck with us genuinely. You know, shit, you know, we just running it, you know, the dumb way. Hit the link. We about to talk about this organ harvesting. We also going to talk about this Tupac and Keefe D situation. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Keefe D got some explaining to do, gang. Keefe D got some explaining to do, gang. He got some explaining to do, gang. I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, but this nigga Keefe D been on some rat shit. Keefe D been on some rat shit. If y'all know Keefe D, he been on some rat shit. Like, nigga, fuck your ass out here, nigga. Doing all this shit you doing, nigga. And you done told on the dead, too. This nigga Keefe D done told on the dead. I'm confused. Like, come on now, Keefe D. How you out here? How you out here doing that? How you out here doing that? That nigga Keefe D out of pocket. Keefe D out of pocket. Hit the link. Did I drop the link? Chris, hit the link. We gotta pop this shit cause I ain't gonna lie, Keefe D is like before he came out, niggas was oblivious to what was going on. Niggas ain't know what the fuck happened to this nigga Pac. Nigga ain't know what happened to that nigga Pac. You see what I'm saying? Nigga didn't know what happened to that nigga Pac. All of a sudden, this nigga Keefe D come up out this motherfucker. Now you hold the key to knowing what happened to Tupac. You hold the key. And then you told on the dead at that, my nigga. You told on the dead at that. You told on the dead, not only the living, nigga. You told on the dead, nigga.
I told you, man. I told you.
Nigga, you told on the dead, nigga.
You know, I ain't gonna open my mouth unless I know what you say. Factuals.
Factuals. This nigga told on the dead. Now, you don't get no points for telling on no motherfucking dead, man. Let alone the living.
He did it twice. This is second time doing it.
Like you're a real life, low life. You're a real life, low life.
Mac, this the nigga second time doing it. The first time the hood say, we ain't fucking with you no more.
Like, come on, man, make this make sense. Like, bro, what's really going on, man? What's really going on? If it wasn't for Keefe D, you know, people was like the Illuminati, this and that. Suge had all the money, so instead of paying him, they gonna kill him.
Suge did all that nigga money, man.
Yeah, but see, that was a conspiracy theory that's what he killed him for. Like, nigga, that's what he said he had him killed for. Like, and it is crazy. Like, why this nigga Suge ain't get hit?
Because the nigga that was on the side of the nephew, baby man, was the shooter that was on the side of him in the back seat. I was trying to explain that earlier. Remember, big bro?
But he big as fuck though, nigga. Just a graze. Yo ass big as fuck.
Yeah, because if we're in the back seat and you shooting from the back and you on the opposite side of me, you only got so much aim, correct?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think that nigga used Pac for a human shield.
That too. I don't disclaim that. That too.
I think that nigga used Tupac for a human shield.
And what you said,
what's up, gang?
Miss Juanita, what's going on, man? Do you think that nigga used Tupac as a shield?
Yes, I do, and I think he's been running his mouth for years, and he deserves every bit of time he's gonna get because he done told on everybody, and everybody's dead but him.
Yeah, this is.
Am I right?
Hell yeah.
What agree with you, Miss Juanita? How you doing?
Hey, Chris, how are you, buddy?
I'm blessed. I'm blessing yourself.
I'm doing just fine.
Come on, y'all see what's going on. She got her Gangland tattoo on the default picture. Come on, man. Y'all see what it is. Do you think that out of all the conspiracies, did you ever see this coming about Keefe D? Like, when did you first get wind of Keefe D?
As soon as he did his first interview, you got to remember, Pac was out when I was a teenager. So when Keefe D started talking about, I'm riding in the car, handing Orlando the gun, he shot Pac, but I was there. Well, you stupid idiot. You affiliated yourself with the murder right there.
Bingo.
Look, this the thing, right?
Silver.
Why wouldn't they? Hey, niece, what's going on?
Hi,
Yeah, say hi.
Yanni.
Hey, what's going on with you? You all right?
Hi,
Oh, man.
sweetheart.
Come on. Let me
Let's
see.
see it, baby.
Uh-oh, here it come. Oh,
Good
damn.
one.
That was
Uh-oh.
a backflip
Uh-oh.
wheel.
Don't hurt him now.
No, you got a cheerleader going on, Yanni.
Cheerleading, gymnastics, all
Man,
of that.
that wasn't a car wheel. That damn near looked like a backflip. Oh, man.
There was. She know how to do backflips and all. She what?
God damn. Well, yeah, my first time hearing about Keefe D wasn't like recently how everybody else is. My first time hearing about Keefe D, I want to say it was about around 2015,
Yeah,
2014.
yeah.
When I
That's
heard
when he
that
started
story,
running his mouth.
and then all of a sudden you couldn't find that shit on the internet for nothing. Then just recently the story came back out because they was like, man, who do you know who Keefe D? I was just scrolling YouTube and it was some needle in a haystack ass shit, and it was Keefe D
But
telling this story.
you gotta remember, Mac, when Keefe D came out running his mouth, he threw everybody up under the bus from the get. Everybody.
The
Yeah.
first story that I seen here was in 1997, and that's because they had took the nigga Baby Lane and his nephew, who he said did it, into custody, which he never agreed or said he did it or none of that. But it's still just a little funny. But like I said, he been snitched on some other people already.
Right, right. I agree.
But he made a deal with LA and got immunity in LA.
Yeah, yeah, come on, need it.
It wasn't in Vegas. Hey, Pop was my dude, man. Don't fuck with Pop.
Is
Dude.
that Miss Juanita?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
She like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, man. I feel I ain't heard about Keefe D till about 2014, 2015. And when I heard Keefe D say that shit, it had been off the internet. Like it was on there, then it went off. When I first heard about that shit, I think motherfuckers wanted to hide that shit and didn't want it out. But then it's like that was the missing piece. They like, damn, what happened? We didn't know what happened
Right.
until we heard from this nigga Keefe D. We like Keefe D. Who the fuck is Keefe D? Then they start talking about all his connections and who he was connected to and all this shit like that. And you like, damn, so he is connected to Puff. Damn, so he is connected to what. Damn, okay, so this where this nigga come from. Like you gotta watch that it's called Unsolved, the Tupac and Biggie series and shit. And then they got Keefe D in the series.
Yes, they do.
They got Keefe D in the series. Keefe D is played by the nigga who was the nigga daddy on Don't Be a Menace. That nigga Marlon. I mean not Marlon, but that nigga Sean. That nigga daddy. He was like, nigga, I ain't gotta do a motherfucking thing. Nigga, my mama take care of me, nigga. And nigga, he like, nigga, while you at it, nigga, I'm gonna need you, nigga, to organize my Sega Genesis cartridges too, nigga. He like, Pops, what you gonna be doing when I'm doing all? Nigga, I ain't gotta do a motherfucking thing, nigga. My mama take care of me, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck, man? But the nigga who played that role is the nigga who played Keefe D in the movie. You know what I'm saying? And
Hey, what do y'all think that they found in his wife's home? Y'all think he found the gun?
not that they could have, that's some shit, nigga, that he want to try to at least keep close, if not throw away for somebody to find. He want to keep that close because that was a murder weapon that killed the superstore.
Did
That's
y'all
what I'm.
see
Go
the
ahead, Yanni.
interview he did?
What that nigga do?
Y'all see the interview that nigga did?
Nah, what he do?
The Keefe D nigga. That's what got the nigga. He's stupid. That's what got him arrested for real. He went on Vlad and told Vlad. Remember, I was explaining to you about the video, how they was playing the video, but he basically said him and Stink, take that downstairs, get your popcorn. He said basically he was driving in the middle after a show or something. Pac had a show or something. He was driving and seen him on the street or whatever, going towards the red light or whatever. And he said Pac was out the window, like how motherfuckers used to be out the windows in the sunroof. He was outside the sunroof. Basically, it was females screaming. And he said if it wasn't for them, they would have never seen him. But he was like, he was all like, he was hating. He was like, he was all out the window, and he was famous or something. And then these bitches, they was just screaming his name. So I'm like, there that nigga go right there. And he we pulled up to the stoplight, and then he was like, boom, boom, and he was like, and then basically that's what he did. He basically admitted to the murder. I said, you's a dummy. You was a fucking dummy. That's the dumbest thing you could do. You went on a interview, man.
I feel like he was just trying to cover his own ass. That's why he threw his nephew up under the bus.
Nah, he was saying it like he did it. He said
No,
he
he
pulled
said
up and he shot him.
He said he handed Orlando the gun.
Well, either way it
He
go,
did say
it
that.
don't shit. You did it. You seen them. It was you. You handed it to him, which mean, I seen him first. Now you take care of the business. Which you feel me? You have to see him first.
Now hold on, y'all. Now hold on, y'all. Like he said he passed this down to the nephew. The nephew wasn't the murderer. One of the dudes that was in the back seat with the nephew was the murderer.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Fucking idiot.
But he did it on the fact that they stuffed him out in the casino. Because he's somebody big time in that hood. The uncle, he was somebody once upon a time, but the nephew, he over him now because the uncle snitching.
Oh, so you's a crybaby ass nigga.
Yeah. Come on, sis, you could have been asking about this story. You know I'm deep in this.
Boy, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Do y'all think Puffy had something to do with it?
Who, Puffy?
No, it was. This is more of a gang incident gone bad.
So
I don't think Tupac knew how serious the Crips is. Some people still don't. Them is the dangerous group of people.
Well, they said that Keefe D was the head over the. Am I allowed to say the name?
Yeah, I think you is.
The South Compton Crips.
No, he wasn't. They took that ownership from him. I think in the '90s, he told on some people and got them a lot of time.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
He was trying to redeem himself with this Tupac thing, but this went sour too. Now come on. Since you said you was watching the show, what else you discussed?
Oh, but no, that was about it for real. Like, that's all I needed. I ain't gonna lie, I got mad and irritated.
Okay, now let me fill y'all in there.
What the fuck?
So after they killed Tupac, it started a gang war in Compton. The Bloods and Crips, the Compton Crips was going at it. You couldn't go to no food store. You couldn't go nowhere if you wasn't from somebody here. And if you was a Blood or a Crip, it was automatically gunfire. So what happened was the dude Baby Lane that supposed to have killed Tupac was this big time dude was supposed to have everything on the streets. I'm gonna just say that. We don't say what people do. He had a lot of things that people was doing, so he gave some stuff to some people. Some dudes like him that didn't care. And when he came to go get his money from these dudes, they didn't have his money and they said they wasn't gonna pay him. Gunfire erupted. Baby Lane ended up getting shot, taking a shot to the chest and a shot to the head. He dies instantly. The guy that was in the car with him returns fire, which he ends up getting shot at. The guys, everybody shot up in there. Baby Lane is dead. Another one of their friends is dead, and it's 3 wounded. All these guys go to jail. Now, this is how they get to the bottom of the story when they get to talking to the dude with the dude Baby Lane after he died. This is how they get the real story on what went on in Vegas.
That's some crazy ass shit, man. All I know is after I seen that nigga Pac land on that table, it was over. My whole dreams of that nigga still being alive and going to Cuba to find him. crushed. That's cold. Why are you putting on my grown woman weight? I'm coming from stick to thick. Ooh, I'm off mute. I hope none of y'all just heard that. I really do.
It's, you're fine.
Huh? Huh?
You're fine, sweetie. Just go. All you have to do is go walk it off. It's no thing.
I'm trying to get thick out here.
Okay, you don't want to get too thick, child. Please.
Uh-huh. Thicker than a
No.
snapper.
Enjoy yourself and stay where you at. Trust and believe.
They playing with me, right? They trying to
Huh?
wait. They trying to say I weigh 64 pounds. Hold on. This ain't right. Something ain't right.
It's
Oh,
shit.
I just looked it
Oh,
up
there
for
we
you
go.
guys. Baby Lane incident shootout death. And that'll tell you everything, all the people involved. And they also got the interview of the dude telling the story of what happened today.
Sleepy fucking.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
But it
How
was
many
nice
more
hearing
people?
from you, Miss Juanita. We ain't heard from you in a long time. Nice to know you doing good. How the husband doing?
No, darling, Bobby's getting ready to go to the doctor and hopefully get released. He had neck surgery. So I've been getting work uniforms ready and all that kind of stuff. So I've been busy.
God bless your family and your heart.
Yeah, my man means everything to me.
You know, I know.
Like when Pac first died, what did y'all think initially happened to him when it first happened?
Yeah, we knew it was all in the streets everywhere. They started a war, the Compton Bloods and the Compton Crips. You couldn't go nowhere. They people, mamas was getting killed and shot, man.
I'm sorry. Well, you asked what did we think?
When Tupac first got killed, what you think?
He was betrayed, man. Whoever was with him killed him. That's my thought. That was my first thought. Whoever was with it, because that wasn't the first time he got shot. So this last one in Vegas, whoever was with him is the ones that killed him. That was my thought. Regardless of what they were saying in the news always misconstrues. What I looked at, I was like, whoever was with him killed him or had a hand in it. And I think I was about right.
See,
I
Mac,
have to agree with you, Anonymous.
see,
That's what I
see,
thought too.
Mac, you're a little more street savvy. I keep trying to tell people when you're dealing with a certain crowd, that changes your dynamics tragically. So you can't be with a certain crowd thinking that something is not going to happen to you. These
I
Crips and Bloods are two dangerous people. They don't care who you are, how much money you got. You will get hurt dealing with these people.
Yeah, we understand that. And that idea, it's like I told y'all, this man was, his demeanor changed, especially after the first time he got shot. His demeanor changed. Some things was telling him around him intuitively to leave certain people alone, to do this and do that. If he was acting on it, he waited just a bit too late. But you know, uh, when you live that lifestyle, you can't trust anyone. You can't. You don't know who's going to turn on you. That's just
And
the
the
way
first
it
bullet
is.
went in his head, so the next ones hit him. It was like he was doing a breakdance trying to jump in the back seat or something.
You've all already heard the news that Keefe D was arrested. Let us, in this video, talk about who Keefe D is and how he is connected to Tupac's murder, and why Puff Daddy should be afraid for his future. After all, according to the words of the protagonist of our video, Tupac's murder is also partly because of the founder of Bad Boy Records. Everything that will be said next is quoted from Keefe D's interview and autobiography. Generally speaking, Keefe D, whose real name is Dwayne Davis, is a member of the Southside Compton Crips gang, which was involved in drug dealing. In the early 90s, he got to know a gangster called Eric Von Zip Martin, who was from the East Coast. People in his circle just called him Zip. Actually, it was Zip himself who introduced him to Sean Puffy Combs. Zip and Puffy were very close friends at that time. For Keefe D, Puffy was just a regular guy who was just starting out with his business. However, nowadays he hates him and genuinely regrets ever meeting the guy he calls a bastard. After meeting for the first time, Puffy and Keefe D reconnected with one another after a couple of months regarding renting a car for the artist Usher for the music video Can You Get With It? Puff paid Keefe $2,400 for the car. In the summer of '95, Zip came through the neighborhood and invited Keefe D to a party hosted by Puff, calling it the Beat Summer Jam. Suge Knight was at the party, and according to Keefe's opinion, Suge was already jealous of Puffy because of how well things were going for him at the time. Suge asked him where he knows them from, and he said, just like everyone else, from drug dealing. After that, the most epic Source Awards event took place, where Suge said,
any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
These words completely destroyed the friendly relationship between Bad Boy Records and Death Row Records. However, the most intense shit happened on the 23rd of September 1995 at a party in Atlanta between the two enemy labels. Suge Knight confronted Puff Daddy and used physical power against him. Keith Murray said that Puff received a powerful slap from Suge.
And then Suge was like, yo, you all right? And Puffy was there. Then all of a sudden I saw Suge. Pow! Smacked the dog shit out of Puffy.
And here is Reggie Wright Jr. saying that it wasn't that dramatic.
But he did grab him by his collar and was blaming Puffy that night.
And anyway, this fight led to the murder of Suge Knight's close friend, Big Jake.
He was a good friend of him. He was a very good friend. You see them together often. And I think Suge trusted him a lot.
It's difficult to say who committed the murder. However, at the time, the entire mass media said that it was someone from Bad Boy Records' side. After this event, Puff called Zep, who asked him to put Keefe D on the line, and then told him, your boy, Big CEO, he's tripping. Naturally, these words were aimed at Suge Knight. Keefe D said that Puff was so scared that he hired ex-Navy SEALs wearing earpieces like they work for the CIA in the hotel room right next to his suite.
And I'm scared of the big boy. I mean, you know, he didn't say it in that type of words, but we went to the concert. It was in San Diego, and this nigga had fucking Navy SEALs in the next room. They looking like the FBI with earpieces and everything.
Then there was the meeting between Zip and Puff at a strip club. They were later joined by Keefe D himself. From there was the proposal that he would receive $1 million for the murder of Suge and Pop.
Even if he wasn't serious about it, but he did say that around.
It was floating in there. I'll just say that.
Plus, Puffy trying to see me weak, hearts I rip. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia, some mark-ass bitches.
This diss track from Tupac really pissed Puff Daddy off. In turn, Keefe D saw Pac a few times, and he appeared like a good guy to him. However, a little later, during one of the concerts, Tupac had to explain himself for the lines he read from the song California Love.
No! Don't be fooled by these false ads anymore. Only this game can provide you with the truth.
Some Southsiders were up at the House of Blues on Sunset, and they ran into Tupac. He was up there with Big Syke from the Outlaws. One of the members of the gang went up and grabbed Tupac by the collar and pushed him against a wall and said, "Man, you know what that Long Beach and Rosecrans stand for?" Later came the moment which led to Tupac later attacking Orlando Anderson. One of Keefe D's friends, called Victor, was one of the main high school footballers who was heading to college. And so, Keefe told him they want to give him a proper send-off before he leaves. While Victor was at the mall, he ran into 3 Pirates gang members who were down with Death Row's crew. People from the Pirates gang were beating up Victor at the mall. That same time, people from the Southsiders gang entered the mall. They didn't know that Victor is a member of the gang. When Victor saw that his allies had entered the mall, he told the people beating him up that now the real battle begins. Victor knocked out one of them and grabbed the Death Row Records chain. Trip to the store had to be canceled. That fight changed the rap game once and for all. On the 7th of September, 1996, Keefe D and his guys attended the Mike Tyson match, just as Tupac and his own guys were at the game. After the match, they headed to the prearranged meeting place, where they waited for about 15 minutes. Little by little, everybody started showing up except for his nephew. Next, Keefe D was told that someone had attacked his nephew. They came to find out later the same dude from the Lakewood Mall that got his chain snatched was walking with Tupac when they saw Baby Lane in the lobby of the MGM. They rushed up out of the cafe and went to find Baby Lane, who was actually Orlando Anderson. They saw him inside the MGM minutes after they had jumped him. By the time they got there, Suge, Pac, and their crew had already left. Baby Lane's shoulder was a little messed up, but other than that, he was all right. When Keefe D asked him what happened, he said, "Death Row guys rushed me. One of them guys from the Lakewood Mall was running with the boy that started that shit." He couldn't let that go. For him, it was seriously humiliating that some guys from the music industry had beaten up his nephew. What's more is that Puff had already asked for help, and that Suge had absolutely not appreciated the help that he had received in founding of the label. So they decided to take revenge. They knew that Suge and Pac were heading down the 662. While they were waiting for the valet to bring out their cars, Zip seized the opportunity and called Keefe D over to his Benz. As he walked up to the driver's side window, he noticed that Foxy Brown was in the car with Zip. So Zip instructed her to step out of the car and motioned for him to jump in. Zip had a hidden compartment that he opened up, reached in, and pulled a black 40 Glock out. He turned to Keefe and said, "It's time to get the money." Keefe D hopped out of the car, held the door open for Foxy Brown to get back in, closed the door, and they pulled off. At the beginning, him and his guys waited for them for an hour and a half. However, no one showed up, and Keefe D said that it was time to head out. Their next destination was the Carriage House, a Las Vegas hotel where they had rented a few rooms as a kickback spot. On the way to the Carriage House, they stopped by the liquor barn to buy some bottles of Dom Perignon Rosé, and Cristal. As they were driving to the liquor barn, it became evident that the guys in the van with Davis were worried that Suge would get some of his police hitmen to come back and try to kill them if they went after them. It really pissed off Keefe, because why would they start it all if they were actually afraid? And so, he sat in the other guy's white Cadillac so he can go chill. He pulled out the Glock that Zip had given him and tossed it in the back seat. Bubble Up did the driving. Baby Lane and Freaky were riding in the back. A few blocks down, they were sitting at the light. And guess who they saw? The Death Row Caravan hit the corner with Tupac hanging out of the window of a black luxury BMW waving to his fans. If Pac hadn't been hanging out of the car, they would have never seen it. As they sat in traffic, they slowly rolled past the long line of luxury cars they had in their caravan, looking into each one until they pulled up to the front vehicle and found who they were seeking. Like two rams locking horns, Suge and Keefe D looked each other dead in the eye. Their eyes locked. The terrified expression on Suge's face read, "Damn, it's them." Pac pulled out a strap, and that's when the fireworks started. One of Davis's guys from the backseat grabbed the Glock and started busting back. The first shot skinned Suge in his head. Keefe D heard stories claiming that Suge actually hid behind Tupac, but they're not true, and Suge was the first to get injured. After this incident, they hung out as if nothing had happened. they left the Cadillac and the gun was hidden in one of the wheels of the car. The next day, they came back to get the car and the gun was gone. Greg Kading, who was investigating the murder, said that after the shootout, Puff called Keefe D.
And Keefe D, I'm sorry, Puffy asked him, man, was that us? Was it, what just happened out there? Keefe D's like, yeah.
But the most interesting part is that there's some information going around saying that Puff had paid Zip $1 million to kill Pac, but that the money was never shared with Keefe D.
If he gave the money, Puffy will be in prison now, money for hire.
The FBI said it was just Zip.
So the FBI told you
They said
the
he
same
was a
thing.
dirty motherfucker, yeah.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as well.
They said Zip's a dirty motherfucker. Everybody crossed you.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother.
It's also worth saying that he confessed that Suge paid $60,000 to his nephew so that Orlando can testify in court that Suge didn't attack him. However, that didn't help the boss of Death Row Records one bit. Suge was sentenced to 9 years behind bars. What do you think about this situation? What awaits Keefe D and Puff Daddy? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.
Wow.
Trying to tell you. Who's sleep?
Nigga, you know exactly who that is, nigga.
It ain't me.
You know exactly who that is. She was already sounding whoop when she was talking. I'm like, she sounded a little whoop. I'm like, what's going on with her? Now we see what's going on.
Who, me?
See back, gang.
No, man, I'm just like, whoa, what? I haven't been feeling too good, Got a little issue, but my body's bouncing back. And with that, sometimes your body sleeps to regulate. So I've been doing a lot of sleeping this weekend. But, I'm here, y'all. I'm here.
You here?
I'm here.
Oh, she can't.
Present. My little baby sister Yanni in the house.
Yes, you know what? I'm not even about to do that. I'm just excited, Drew. It's a countdown, 2 more days.
I am so excited for you too, man.
That was my goal.
I'm sorry. What the gangland dispute? What's going on right now? I slept through. I do apologize. I
apologize. Shoot. You tired.
So what did you want me to comment on?
Huh?
So
Well, what happened?
Go ahead, Mac.
No, what happened? What you saying?
No, what was you asking about right now? Are we still talking about Tupac?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's like I said, I find it interesting. It took him exactly 3 years to find out who killed him. It was we probably already knew, but I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was that took him so long. But yeah, he was attacked inside the car. You look at the trajectory of the bullet, whoever was driving was the one who shot him. And also, mind you, what's his name's daughter was in the car. She got shot.
Who? Oh, who? Biggie daughter?
Huh?
Who daughter was in the car?
I think it was
Suge's
either.
daughter.
I think it was Quincy Jones' daughter or someone else. Yeah, I think it was Quincy Jones' daughter.
Damn.
No, Quincy Jones and Tupac was,
Yeah,
really close.
that's cold. I'm about to roll me a
No,
wood.
Quincy Jones' daughter. Excuse me. Quincy Jones' daughter and Tupac was really close.
Hold on, let me real quick.
So I had seen something, and they was talking about the trajectory of the bullets that Tupac got. And it was because of the angle of the bullets, it was showing that whoever was driving is the one that shot him.
And the thing is, in that thing, he was the one that was driving.
There you go.
In the interview, it was showing it like he was the one that was driving.
Oh,
Cause he said, and I pulled up on the side of him. Man, Ron, look up that interview. It's Vlad. It's the
no,
Vad. Keep,
no,
keep.
I think it was, what's his name who was driving? No,
Who his
Tupac was in
nephew?
the back.
Nah, Pac was out the window. He was out the sunroof. He was like, you know how I'm not even trying to say it like that, but these are the only people that really do that shit. But you know, in white movies, when they get married or like they just so happy they be out the window just with their hair flying and shit like that, like out the sunroof. That's exactly
Yeah,
how
yeah,
Pac
yeah.
was. That's
Okay,
exactly how Pac was.
okay.
And he was like, the way he was explaining it, and then it flipped to like, him as if the driving, like, the situation that happened at the light or whatever. But as he was explaining it in the video, it was showing him. It was just him, like just showing him driving. Like, he seen him. But what you see on the shit, like edits and shit don't be accurate. But it was just the way
Yeah.
that nigga was describing it, like he did it. Like,
You know what? I'm glad they got somebody, but oh no, man.
but you know
Tupac,
what? I think the police got tired of them saying it was them. I think they got tired of them saying,
hey,
because people were saying
hey,
Vegas police killed them.
truth should have been served up at the time.
Yeah, should have been served.
I already know that. Oh boy, shot him. Now, once he got down from the window, uh, you know, there was a bullet that came from him too. It also bullets came to old girl that was sitting in there with him. So I mean, however way it goes, man. I wish I could remember who did that video, and they showed the trajectory of the bullets because he got shot in the head also. Correct?
Yep, he
Okay.
did. I think in the autopsy I seen he had a bullet shot, I believe in the head, one in his torso, well, a couple in his torso because it looked like they stripped his skin.
Uh-huh. So apparently, what it was is you had like a setup. People coming to the right to drive. That car is bulletproof, from what I understand, or maybe it wasn't, but I believe the car was bulletproof. Now, the person who was driving apparently did something somehow where he can shoot him himself. Like he maneuvered the car. You can drive and shoot somebody, whatever. But from what I understood, Pac was sitting in the back seat of the car he was sitting with the old girl. You know, I can't remember. No, I believe he was sitting on the right side, whether it was front or back. But he was in
Well, that's all right. Boo boo,
two.
you don't want nothing to eat?
Okay, so I'm not sure if he was in the From what I saw of the original videos back then, Tupac was in the front on the passenger side. Am I correct?
You said Tupac was in the passenger seat?
Yeah, on the passenger side on the right, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Quincy Jones' daughter was sitting behind him then, because when the shots went off, yeah, you get shots to the right of him as they were driving, but the person inside the car is the one that got that headshot, the gut shots, and also shot old girl's Quincy Jones' daughter as well. So that right there was definitely a setup. But the bullets came from whoever was driving, and you guys know who was driving. And I believe they also had two different slugs. I wish I could remember who I was watching, because I was really into it, because I was really upset. And they had showed two different slugs. The ones that whoever was driving on the right shooting slugs was different from the slugs that was in his head and gut. He may have got one on the right side of his gut, but there was definitely the unalive. I don't know how. Is that okay to say the K word here, or do you want me to just use my imagination?
What you talking about? Kill?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you said it. That's cool, right?
They smoked them, whatever.
Okay. So the shot in the head
Mm-hmm.
came from the inside of the car, from the
Mm-hmm.
passenger side. They were showing the trajectory of all the bullets that was happening that, came at Tupac and also Quincy Jones' daughter. So the trajectory of the bullet in his head came from inside the car. The trajectory of the bullet in his gut was also from inside the car. He may have got something in his right leg or something from the outside, but from what I remember, that car that was driven was bulletproof. So also the girl in the back got shot in her gut, and I believe in her chest. So if I'm correct, Quincy Jones' daughter died. Is that correct? I know she was in the hospital. And from what I heard, she passed on. But yeah, that was inside the car. Okay. So what this parade is, as far as I'm concerned, I know everybody's happy somebody was caught, but your boy was already in jail. The boy who shot him is already in jail. And I'm a strong believer of that, because it made sense, especially seeing the trajectory of the bullets. And I'm like, holy crap. Holy
So
shit.
what?
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm you know, I'm old school top Pac fan.
No, it ain't.
Hmm. I'm sorry.
No,
Say it again.
I'm talking to my son.
Oh, okay. Hey, son. But yeah. So I kind of really looked into that. I could be wrong. Now I'm not saying I know everything. No, but that is what I saw in that video, was the trajectory of everything. So that's my belief. I think this other thing is a parade and shit show. But to well, he was involved in uh the shooting from the other car. But that's my belief. And I believe that the man who, just to wrap it up, the man who did it is already in jail. who was also the driver. So, you know, what say you?
This shit is crazy as hell. Though. I mean, this Tupac shit though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Let's get into this. These motherfuckers talking about they was this wife and this husband out there in Africa was doing a whole bunch of selling organs and shit. So we about to look into it.
What? Wow.
Let's get into that. Yeah, these motherfuckers out here doing all type of shit.
Hey. Gone crazy. Lost ain't nothing. Come on. Ooh. You trying to pull it up? Oh, there you go.
Following the conviction and sentencing of Senator Ike Kuremadu, his wife Beatrice, and his doctor, Sonia, their 25-year-old daughter, has opened up on the ordeals of her parent. During an interview shortly after her father's sentence, Sonia revealed how devastated and broken she was after her parents were handed the sentence. She stated that the judgment was unfair, as she quickly noted that her reasons were from a biased point of view as their daughter, and she would always defend her parents no matter what.
It's sad. It's been really hard to really wrap my head around. I understand the conviction. Personally, I disagree with it. However, that's from a very biased perspective as their daughter, and I would obviously always back my parents. However, the law has taken its course, and we just have to move forward as a family. Apart from the case and the trial, I'm also having the
Hello, hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the notification button so you get notified about fresh news updates.
Damn, like motherfuckers really out here selling organs. This shit is real.
They just like there's brokers for guns internationally. You got this. They've been doing that for years, man. You remember when that Kanika case, right before the Kanika Jenkins case, you remember in Detroit, there was a whole warehouse, like, got busted or something happened where they broke into, like, the police went into this warehouse and it was full of, parts that were like being like refrigerated, stored, to go for order. I think it was a truck that they pulled over or anything. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So now you have different places that will provide, shall I say, bodies and parts, toward delivery, and it's an international business, man. These parts go all over the world, and yeah, you got rings of people. You got rings of people that will broker, if you will, these parts. Yes, just like you got stockbrokers, you got real estate brokers. Yes, you have parts brokers. They everywhere. They everywhere. You know. Yeah. I couldn't really understand what they were saying because it was kind of muffled, with that last clip.
Mm.
Yeah, I couldn't really understand it, but yeah, I'm not surprised. They got brokers everywhere. And they get paid handsomely for it. Crazy, ain't it?
These motherfuckers really harvesting. Like they said, somebody sold their kidney for 4,000 smackarins.
Yeah, it's a menu. It's a menu. I saw a menu where they showed different parts and the price for it, but it's also, it's a base price for wherever region you at. The more long distance, the more money it's gonna cost you. You know, and or the more rare the part is, that the harder the part is to find, the more it's gonna cost you. They got a whole menu out there for each body part that someone needs. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, kidneys. Oh man, kidneys, livers, hearts. I'm trying to remember which one was highest on the menu. But yeah, it's a whole menu out there of body parts. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Eyeballs, everything. Cornea. Oh no, I think it's corneas that they be looking for. Certain parts of the eye that's rare. It's hard to find and harvest. Um, people got kidney lists, right? So you pay whatever price that is, you gonna get one. The people that's waiting get bumped. If somebody pays top dollar for one, they coming to get it. They get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit real, man. Motherfucker didn't know.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't know, y'all better know now, nigga. That organ harvesting shit is real.
It's everywhere. Everywhere.
That shit is real.
And it is very lucrative. And don't part. They will do what they need to do to make sure they get their money. So that's why I say, especially be careful going abroad. But you also got to be careful here because it's top dollar here too. You remember that case where they found that young teenager rolled up in that carpet at that school, right?
Nah, where that was at?
That was up. I can't remember what state that was, but I think it was in I think it's in Chicago, Detroit, something like that. They found he was in the gym. They found the young boy rolled up in the carpet in the gym of a high school. This was some years back, and they not too far. They found him, and he was missing, I think, kidneys and one other body part. I'm not quite sure, but he was missing body parts. Yeah, the younger you are, the better, especially if you're of African descent. They like that. Dark meat is on the menu, and that is not to be. It is what it is because our body parts have more melatonin in it. Melanin in it, so the part is stronger. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah, look that up. It's a young kid. You probably forgot. It's a young kid that got found in a carpet, rolled up with missing parts, and he was not alive at all.
So you talking about the little boy that got found in the school upside down in the mat?
Yep, yep, that's the one.
Kendrick.
Is that him? Is that his name? I forgot his name, but I just remember.
I want to say Kendrick Jenkins, if I'm correct.
I think that's his name. I think it is Jenkins. I wasn't sure what the name is. And I was at work when I heard about it. I was like, oh my God. I think, wasn't it Chicago?
She ain't lying. So did that boy. Organs was missing everything. It was teeth. They put newspaper in that boy body.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Found him
Yeah, I
in
took
jail.
that shit off my ID. I told them I don't want to be no organ donor. I took that shit off my shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't do
I
that.
never had mines on there. I always told them no.
No, you even though you may say that you want that to go to your family, do not, do not, do not do that. I warn people not to do that because that is not. You're advertising that you ready to get anything happen. Look, your parts is more lucrative with you, unalive or missing one. And they'll tell you, hey, I'm sorry you had one of your kidneys, blah, blah, blah. When in actuality, it may have been harvested. So just be careful. And I'm not saying everybody's going to do that, but please, don't do that as an organ donor.
Excuse me. Tall Glass said his name is Kendrick Johnson Stewart. Excuse me.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's him. Again, as I said, I forgot his name, but yeah, that shit has been going on for quite some time. And as I said, Chicago, either Chicago or Detroit, but I believe it wherever that hotel where Kanika Jenkins passed in. What was that? Chicago. The Kanika Jenkins case was that Chicago.
Yes, that was Chicago.
So in that same town, they also like I'll say a couple months before they found her, uh, there there was a hotel. No, no, not a hotel. There was a warehouse that the police found that was full of parts. It was full of parts. It was a big deal. I don't ca- and I remember I was at work and I heard that. As I had to work overnight, I heard about it. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. So everybody was like, oh my God. But yeah, you can look that up and, kind of, look at that because that was serious. People were scared because that was like the second warehouse that they had busted open in and found this. So there was two of them. So now with the internet, it makes it easier for people to broker parts. I think they do it on the dark web or something like that. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah, they be doing that shit on the dark web.
yep.
I
So
just told y'all about the. Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I just told y'all about that human body chop shop they found in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, you did speak on that. You did speak on that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's little.
Look how quick they covered that up, you guys. That's a mass, a mass. The man said he's so terrified. He said he ain't never seen buckets of heads. Why is
Hmm.
this not being talked about, everybody?
A lot of people may not know. A lot of people probably not aware. They may be scared. People not aware, man. People not. This is why we bring awareness so people know what's going on.
That is some scary shit. And guess what? Every last one of them people was organ donors.
Yeah, yeah. Is that confirmed?
Yes, yes, it's
Oh
confirmed.
my God. See what I'm saying?
Go look it up. Go look it up, Anonymous. You know, I ain't gonna speak unless I got what? Factuals.
Yes, yes, of course. I'm gonna look that up, definitely. Because I know you had mentioned it. I'm like, oh my God. But I'm gonna definitely look that up because see now we need so that means they like I said, it's everywhere. They probably still got places in Detroit because there's so many, I mean, Chicago, there's so many places that they can put it. Call it a what you call it business and bam, there you go. That it's a big business out there. This organ donation. This organ trading business is big. It's huge. It's
What
kept quiet.
what you tell me all the time when we just be joking around when we really be having fun, but it's serious. You have
Mm,
bullheaded people like this, Angel, and they just really don't see the big picture.
it's okay. You know, I would hate for someone to find out the hard way.
Correct, but usually they do, right?
Jay, gotta be careful out there, cause now if someone wants to get rid of a something that they have unalived or whatever, they probably got numbers to one of these people to come get it, right? A chop shop.
Correct, correct.
And then they come get it, and there you go. I mean, a lot of these people who pass on sometimes, sometimes they end up in chop shops, sometimes they found, whatever. But you got some Jane Does, a lot of Jane Does and John Does that are found in the hospital, in the morgue. And I think they sit there for a while, but after a while, what you think they're gonna do if nobody claims it?
Oh, it's more anonymous. Now they have a big lawsuit for $100 million. So guess what? At the end of the day, it was about, like you always say, money.
Money. Follow the money. In every case, always follow the money. Most cases, I'll say. Some cases are crimes of passion, but in most cases, follow the money. hmm There's some dirt out here, man. people coming up, you know, doing dirt, coming up. They think they getting job. People thinking they get, money from their jobs or their positions. And rest assured, a lot of them is in this, like, like I said, with the what you call it case, the oh my girl, Shanquilla case. Hmm. Who owns what? That's what it comes down to. Who owns what? You start there, you get that answer, then you can unravel it real quick from there. You know, money.
Yeah, it's a show they got out right now about missing black women, and it's over 100 missing black women. They don't know where they're disappearing to.
What show is that? I think I've heard of it. What show is that?
Google it, Angel. Just type it up. 100 missing women.
Is it? It's on Amazon, ain't it? The show.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I need to check that out.
A
That's
lot of this
important.
stuff I'll be talking about, you could just go Google it up, type it right up on YouTube, Angel, and it'll pop up for you.
Mm.
Like the Chop Shop, they're trying to get all the clips they can down. It was almost 50 clips. I only see 15 now.
Oh man, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Now, if you go probably somewhere else, you'll get the. Well, I don't know though, because Reddit always has stuff, but then they take it down real quick. So I don't know. But I would like. I don't want to see it, but I would like. I'm interested in the case because
Hey, heads up. Don't go on Reddit. Don't log in on there because they will use your email, your Google account for crimination.
what?
That is a banned block site.
Okay, okay. I didn't know.
That is almost like you been a third party to a crime that's already happened.
What? Okay. Thank you for that heads up, man. Because I be looking.
Because they figure
Sometimes.
they showing murders and shit on there and ain't nobody saying nothing about it. So,
Oh, excuse me, I said that wrong. After the fact, that's what you
yeah.
get charged with.
Yeah, after the
It's
fact.
almost like you watching a snuff film. You still a guilty party because somebody got harmed and lost their life in that.
Mm,
And you ain't say nothing.
okay. So yeah, because sometimes when I look stuff up on Google, it'll lead you to Reddit. So
Don't do it. Don't do it.
yeah, I won't do. I won't do that. Because you know how you be looking at stuff and then you just search for something and it pops up and you want to know what's going on, so it'll lead you to these different sites on Google. So If the answer ain't on one site, you end up at Reddit. So I'ma definitely like leave that part alone.
Reddit got so smart they had got a black channel to where you could go on there and they were showing how the cartel was killing people or how the Mexican men get drunk and chop their wife up. But after they showed the little banding of it and you would get charged with a crime, I ain't never watched it again.
Okay. Yeah, I seen some crazy stuff, man. I was like, what? I seen some stuff they did in was it Iraq or Iran, one of them places. Um, I seen some stuff from there. I mean, it's crazy stuff going all over the world. But I didn't know Reddit was doing that.
This man chopped his wife up with a machete because he thought she was cheating on him. Because
I seen that.
she came home too late from trying to get them something to eat. The lady face was chopped in half. She was still breathing.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit scared the living shit out of me. I ain't never watched it. No, I'm lying. After that, I think I watched one more thing with the army Nigerian lady. Now that scared the shit out of me.
What? How they behead people?
No, they didn't just behead her. They cut her body up. They mutilated her.
Yeah, they do some weird stuff over there. Outside this country, they do some weird stuff.
Y'all stay tuned. Y'all start tapping in and looking at stuff and reading literature and reading stuff because it's stuff is going on right among us that we don't even know right in front of our face.
Yeah, I do a lot of search. I do a lot of looking at stuff. But I think I'll do it on YouTube instead of Google because again, Google will lead you to Reddit, and I I in the past I looked at a lot of stuff on Reddit, so I'm gonna stop doing that. It's
One
crazy.
of my friends, he watched it so much, they contact his Google, the federal government.
Oh crap! Wow! Wow! Oh my God! And we think that we have a free country. It's not. Well, it is, but it ain't. You see.
Every project housing out here has CTV televisions everywhere. So they have every crime, every murder that happened. So some of it be on Reddit. But if you watch that, that makes you a third party to that crime.
mm, mm. I just saw something where they said there's and I need to continue reading it. I think I fell asleep on it, but they was saying that people's apartments are sometimes they have like the landlords have hidden cameras inside the apartment. And I'm gonna check my apartment out because sometime when I first moved here, I had a really weird feeling. Like you know how you get them feeling somebody's watching you. Sometimes when I first moved here, maybe it's just me because of all the things I had went through. But when I first moved into the place I'm at now, I felt like I felt like there was a camera in there somewhere. I stopped looking. I said, "Fuck it." But I'm definitely gonna see what's going on because they say that they have the maintenance men that come in and they do stuff, and sometimes they'll plant like a hidden
Guess
camera.
what? Guess what? Since you my sister, I'm gonna give you an easy trick in the book. Get you a metal detector and swoop around your whole house.
Mm, that's a good idea. That's a
Come
damn
on,
good
y'all.
idea.
We got brains. Let's use them and let's not let them go to waste. We getting older.
Yeah, that's a damn sure good idea, and that you can get one from Amazon or something like that. But it's important to know. So if you know, then you can roll. But still, I mean, I can't let that stop me at all, and I will call them on it if they do.
And guess what? And if you find anything in your house, that's the biggest lawsuit. You'll be set. I bet you won't have to work no more. Put it like that.
Hey, I'm down with that. I can go travel. I'm a
That is
complete.
what you is gonna do.
They're like, "What you doing?" I'm going to the Bahamas now. Oh man. I mean, I hate to say it so morbidly, but it's the truth around here. Sometimes you gotta, that's part of being aware. And that's why I say, Mac, I'm glad you do what you do because people need to be aware of all the different things. These body parts and things. That's important to know. These people, knowing that that's real out here. Be careful. Be careful. So, has the autopsy for old girl came out yet? Does anyone know?
Mac, and you there?
Yeah, this motherfucking button tweaking on this motherfucker. I'm trying to press the unmute button. It was tweaking what you had said.
I asked, do we know if the autopsy for the lady that the riverboat lady that was found, is it
Nah, we need to see what's going on with that.
it should be done, just about done by now,
We need to see that.
because that will tell us exactly what was going on. Because that right there is. Did we get? Did you? I'm sorry. Did I sleep through that part of the show?
Yes, you did.
Oh man, I wanted to hear. Did you? I wanted to hear what that guy was saying this morning because he was breaking this stuff down, and I was like, oh man, I'm sorry, I took some medicine, and you know, but yeah, they that man was breaking that down. So how far did he go? Is it too late to? Are you guys done with that for today?
Yeah, we gonna bring that up tomorrow. We had to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Because it's today's Sunday, so had to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I like that fight night. That was cool. That was
Yeah,
that was
Tall Glass just said some more real shit too. If you done been in jail, especially, they have face tracker everywhere you go.
face recognition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you go on Facebook, which I don't go there too much anymore, but if you go on Facebook, all your pictures in your profile, everybody's face, you that little square that little square, everybody it's oh my. Hold on. On that square, there's some little squares, everybody's face recognition, jumping off all up in Facebook. Anybody's face that you look at, you know, got face recognition. So it's like, wow. So I don't know. I've been seeing that a lot.
Yeah, man, we gonna get up out of here, man. We about to be up in that clubhouse. Y'all tap in, man. We be back tomorrow, like around 6:30. At the latest 7. And we back on it, man. We telling out with the bullshit. If you don't like me, you still that 3-letter word. You don't like me, but you look at everything I do. You that 3-letter word. You a fan.
Yeah.
You're situated, not saturated. We don't point the finger. We point out the ivy. It's Gangland TV, man. I appreciate y'all. Yanni, what you got going on?
Yanni.
She over there wanted. You was over there wanted too for a minute.
Mm.
But yeah, we back on it though, man. We don't want to keep y'all up too late. Niggas do got respect for motherfuckers' jobs and shit. So, but when we into the conversation, we into the conversation. We can't
I'm
have
here
that.
now. I'm here now, nigga.
All right, we about to go in that clubhouse, man. I'll see y'all in a minute. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, slap that
God bless
notification.
everybody.
Blessings. It's Gangland.
Thank you.